Hello all, it is July 7 and welcome to update number 2 of 2024. So as you can see, we got some lovely little black-eyed Susans, some glads that somewhat have come and gone, some have been cut. Got a big dill sitting out in front of us too. I got to collect that seed soon. And back there is a moonflower, maybe it'll be blooming tomorrow evening, and a big peach tree. And somewhere back there is a squash that I use for a trap crop, and some sage and various weeds and slugs, I'm certain. It's been a rough year. We've had the heat, as everyone is well aware. No rain here in the eastern panhandle of West Virginia, in my section anyway. Now, back to these. This was thought to be Bella Rosa. That's what I ordered from a business called The Seed Farm on eBay. They end up sending me a bunch of seeds for some sort of Roma. I haven't been able to pin it down. Looks to be indeterminate because it just keeps growing and flowering. I think these are like 4.5 foot stakes, and it's still going. I do have cabbages coming on over here that I net in order to keep the bugs off. So some cabbages, some chard, and perhaps some other things. I got some kale that's still doing well in this heat. My family seems to love that blue curl kale over any other kale, so I just keep growing it. I do have that row of these Romas here. I'll put them all down. I had some issues with some vine borer, or not vine borer, some sort of boring plant on some of my tomatoes this year, so I've had to cut and find them. These are some mystery tomatoes. I do have what I believe is a celebrity that a gentleman in Texas sent me. All the seeds sprouted in my little seed starting, but not the celebrity until I started replanting the seedlings. So they were kind of late sprouters, is what I'm trying to say. I do have an Amish paste here that was given to me by someone. This is the first time growing that. Can't say I'll grow that again. And what else do we have in here? This is another tomato that someone gave me. Looks to be a cherry. Anyway, we'll see what we get out of here. Looks like I got a little ripening going on down in there. And it should be a chore to go over and pick that. I crowded these in quite well. And I got some cilantro seeding out here amidst my raspberry jungle that I have not done anything with because, I don't know, I just, I'm not retired and don't have a lot of time, so. And peaches, asparagus, and some more grapes, that sort of thing. I have strawberries that have been pretty beaten up. I torture them probably every year with lack of water, and I need to put more soil and straw in there. What else? A few other mystery tomatoes I just had left over. I popped there where there used to be an old compost bin. In this bed, I will say this tomato here is big beef. I put a lot of compost in this bed. It just could be more robust than it is, but anyway, this one's big beef. And this tomato here is Defiant. No, this is Celebrity. So it's BC. This is Celebrity here, and it's doing quite well, doing what it's supposed to do, produce a lot of tomatoes. Still not a robust plant. Maybe the whole bed needs to be redone with better soil. This one is Defiant, and it's doing a great job. It's certainly not robust. And maybe with the lack of greenery on top, I'm just getting some heat. Too much heat down here on these tomatoes. And I've had some cooking tomatoes this year, just cooking in the sun. These here are a Oaxacan jewel. You see I got a lot of blight kind of coming in on that. And this one as well. I've had some mix up on my seed labeling this last year because of some high winds and destruction of my seed trays. So some of my Oaxacan jewels and Virginia sweets were a little mixed up. I did do some plastic pots for a tomato called Bush Champion 2. I sprayed for blight twice this year, and maybe it's just too hot, but and the sprays didn't help out tons because these appear to have blight written all over them. Potatoes, yeah, they're about done. They're a little dry too, but I've been trying to keep them going, but it's difficult. Got some Bush Blue Lakes, and those are pretty much done and spent. I might pick them one more time, and then I will shovel them under and replant that bed. Seem to be having a good eggplant here in this pot. It was given to me by my niece. White eggplant of some variety. Flea beetles have been always a problem with eggplant, and I just kept spraying them. They seem to be leaving them alone now. We have some red onions. I don't know why they call them red onions. They're really purple to me, anyway. And maybe I'll head around here. We got these couple beds of Bush Champion 2s. You can see I got some sunburn on some. Some are just coming along, ready to pick. And I picked a few already and brought them in, especially the ones that are getting a lot of sun. Certainly, the plants are toppling over. These are probably like an F3 or F4 Bush Champion 2. Not the original, so I don't know what you want to call them now, but it looks like I need support for these. I think I need to pick a different variety that's a little shorter in height and don't need so much support. I don't know if that's just the genetics is a little height increase, or if a little crossing with other tomatoes, but they're definitely getting a little taller than I'd like to see them. And then therefore I'm losing crop to sun scald. Let's see, more onions and cucumbers. Cucumbers are starting to catch that wonderful blight, and still cropping out. I'm only doing half a bed this year. We'll mention some peppers and eggplant down there, and some more dill. And the squash, have not been too robust this year, but pretty nice. I try to keep it covered to try to keep the bugs down a little bit. But the squash bug still managed to get underneath the netting. I had it down, and then they still get in there, so I just took it off a little bit to allow it room to grow. Would like to buy a wider netting material, but there appears to be a limit on what you can buy for width. And I have a 4-foot wide bed. There's a squash bug. So I need probably like 14 feet in width. I do have a nice bed of cherries. One is an unnamed. I do have right here chocolate cherry. And they're getting closer. They should be ripening here in another day or two. And another unnamed variety. Chocolate cherry again. I don't think these are ripe down here yet, but close. We got some sun sugars in here. Unfortunately, I put an Oaxacan jewel in here, not knowing what it was. And this variety here is called Pink Princess. So it probably needs a few more days to ripen, or another day to ripen. Very pretty tomato. And sun gold here, of course. Or no, correction. This is sun sugar. And this is a sun sugar. It's growing well, just not terribly robust again. And I did plant some sun golds, so there is a little mix up here potentially with naming, but they're very similar looking. Sun gold is more fruity to me, to my taste buds, kind of sweet tart and fruity, and sun sugar to me is just sweet and tart. And I don't know, I guess I would I would say that the sun gold is not as good to my taste. I prefer the sun sugars. I do have cantaloupe, and this is called Sarah's Choice. And what do I have? I have a little cantaloupe like that. This has been planted since May, early May, and just, I don't know, just hasn't seemed to do much. Over here, I have Oaxacan jewel. This bed just, I think, needs more nutrient, and it's certainly blight's creeping in. And this is probably the same Oaxacan jewel. Over here, Oaxacan jewel. That one there is called Green Giant. Certainly not much production out of that. Maybe I just need to feed the beds more. Maybe it's my soil, which I don't have good soil. And that one there is Cherokee Purple. And another Cherokee Purple. And Green Giant. I do have a peach tree kind of blocking the morning sun, so maybe that has a lot to do with it. And I just for fun, I did put a Brandywine pink suddeth strain. I mean, it looks like I'm getting maybe 2 tomatoes off these plants. We'll see. The season still has more, but with blight creeping in, it's hard to know how much I'll get. And it just makes me wonder if I need to move towards moving away from standard determinate tomatoes to more of an indeterminate or dwarf varieties, because per square foot, there's just so much more production in a determinate or dwarf tomato. Anyway, that's my update, and you can see I have the cats hanging out here in the garden beds, and I feed them in their little chicken house from the days of when I had chickens. And sorry, I'm showing you trash and various things I haven't cleaned up. Anyway, update number 2. Thank you all, and I'll see if I can flip this around. Yeah, all right, so here's my goofy flower hat. But I did, just to add on, I did get a greenhouse. And I'm excited about that. We just finished up a little bit. And there it is. My son-in-law worked on this for me. And he put the floor in and everything. Got shelves in here, and I look forward to using it this winter. This is a Yardistry greenhouse, and I'm not sure, it's like something close to 8 by 8, but it's a little bit less. And hi doggies. We put it in front of a dog fenced in area. And I have a vent right there. I just a little leery of the wind coming and pulling that thing off during a storm. So not sure what to do about that. Anyway, I want to flip that whole thing over. We'll see how long that vent lasts with all the storms we get. Anyway, I'm going to sign off, and have a good summer day. Hope you're getting rain and your gardens grow well.